Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalatu wassalamu alayka ya khataman nabiyyin. Respected viewers and listeners, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected viewers and listeners, the situation in Pakistan is critical due to the rise of separatist movement, such as the BLA. And many people, for political reasons, they are antagonistic toward what they call the military establishment. And because of political differences or because of a political vindictiveness, those that are members of the PTI in particular. So the people are with them. The people are with them. Apparently, we don't know for sure, but the who are those that are with the so-called military establishment? That's what I want to talk about today. And those people are the Sunni ulama and the Sunni mashayikh, what you call Sajada Nasheens and Gadi Nasheens and Sufis and Pirs, Murshids, and of course the ulama, those that are known for learning, the Maulanas, the Maulvi Sabs, and so on and so forth, the Qurra and the Aimma. These are the people that are standing with the military establishment. Recently, there was a conference in Pakistan, an ulama conference that was chaired by Field Marshal Hafiz Sayyid Asim Munir Shah, and he is a great hero of the Muslims. He is the chief of army staff. Now he's been upgraded to field marshal due to his bravery and his intelligence and how he handled the recent war with India and Operation Bunyan al Marsus, which was a resounding success, a triumph for the Pakistani armed forces in defending the country against an assault by the enemy India. So this is something that every single Muslim, not only Pakistanis, every single Muslim is proud of this great general who defended Pakistan, General Asim Munir. May Allah be his helper. And you see that a lot of the people in Pakistan who are ignorant, who are, excuse me, a lot of the people in Pakistan who are illiterate, the peasants from the provinces who have no political intelligence, stupid people, basically, what I'm trying to say, who continuously vote for these corrupt political parties. And I'm not partial to any political party. I stand with the Pakistani military, the so called establishment. You see, these political parties, whether we're talking about the People's Party, which is controlled by this corrupt Bhutto Zardari dynasty, or the so called Noon League, controlled by the Nawaz Sharif dynasty, or the PTI, the Imran Khan's political party, which is also an anti Pakistan party. It used to be a pro establishment, used to be pro military, pro Pakistan, but now it has become totally corrupt and to the root. And Imran Khan has been imprisoned on corruption charges, 17 years, and his followers are going crazy because they're fanatics. They're people that they don't have any objectivity. They have no objectivity. They're totally blinded by this fanaticism for their leader, and they, to the extent that they openly curse the Pakistani military, and some of them are even now on board with anti-Pakistan narrative and Baloch separatism as well. So this is very concerning. These political parties, these non-religious political parties, I should say, they are always backstabbing the state. They cannot be trustworthy. They're not trustworthy. They're not reliable. They're not dependable. The people keep voting for them because the people are stupid. The people are the peasants. They're controlled by their landlords. Their landlords basically pressure them to vote for these parties. As far as Sindh is concerned, where the People's Party is dominant, the people, the particularly the women, they vote for this People's Party because this Benazir income support and this feminist liberal secular narrative. This is basically what it is as far as Sindh is concerned, and this Sindhi nationalism, this petty ethnic nationalism in Sindh, and also when it comes to Punjab, the people they vote for either the PTI or the Noon League, and then when it comes to Balochistan, the people there are totally off the rails. Not all of them, but a good portion of them are involved in Baloch separatism. And then they complain that the military is committing atrocities, and the military is committing human rights abuses. But the military there is dealing with an insurrection, a separatist insurrection and terrorism. The BLA, which murders civilians, it murders non-Baloch civilians. It stops buses, it stops trains, the Jaffa Express attacks, you can look them up. They stop the trains, they disembark the passengers, they check their ID cards. If somebody is not an ethnic Baloch, they shoot them in the back. They murder them in cold blood. And then they flee the scene. This is what's going on in that province. Of course, the military has to deal with it with heavy-handed tactics. Counterinsurgency, counterterrorism, these are the methods. This is what the Pakistani military is having to deal with. But I want to say that who can the military truly depend on? Who is reliable for Pakistan? It is the Sunni ulama, the so-called religious elements, the religious hardliners, the religious right wing. They have always been pro-Pakistan. They are the ones that sacrificed so much during the civil war in 1971. The Islamic parties, the Islamic right wing, they volunteered. They didn't even they were not even regular troops. They formed volunteer militias to defend the state against the Bengali separatists, the Mukti Bahini terrorists. And for that, their leaders were some decades later, meaning in the previous decade, many of their leaders were hanged, or they were sentenced to life in prison because of the sacrifices they made for Pakistan. My point is that it is always the religious elements that are going to support the state, the establishment, the military establishment, and it is the secular parties that are not dependable. They are speaking the same narrative that is being put forward by the enemies of Pakistan, the enemies of Islam, the Indian media, people like Major Gaurav Arya sitting in India, who daily gives venomous statements against Pakistan and against Islam and against the Muslims. These separatists in Balochistan, you know who is supporting them? The Israelis, the Mossad agency, covertly funding them, covertly supplying them with weapons, training them, giving them training on how to commit acts of terrorism against the state. All of that is from the enemies of Islam. So therefore, within Pakistan, if you are Pakistani, if you are Muslim, and you are supporting the PTI, you are supporting the anti-state elements, then you're basically on the same side as the Indians and the Zionists. Consider that carefully. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.